It's Sunday, March 20th, 2022. This is really confusing. I'm watching Channel 2 News this morning. This is a woman they call Christina Fan. It's during this March Madness. Now, they're referencing the St. Petersburg University, and it has this number. Now that number for me, it's in inverted for some reason, something. But what happens is there's, this number comes on one of these shields. Well, at least that's what the banner says. What's confusing to me more than anything is the students that are attending this university. He's a little older than Alexander James. He's a little younger than Benjamin. And he's jumping up and down. They're screaming. They're so excited because they won something, which I'm trying to figure out their English. I mean, I think this is New York. But again, they use words and they use a vernacular in their vocabulary that's like a whole nother urban diction that I'm not familiar with, or I've never used before or been exposed to before. But they seem to know, or they seem to have some reality they're working within that they've been taught by whom, I don't know. So now, and this is part of the problem with the articulation between like the Ministry of like Education, which I know exists somewhere, and the break in reality and curriculum with what they're teaching in New York. I don't know how long that's been going on. The child that's jumping up and down, he does not look North American Canadian on the greenback system or the rock system for the us. He looks something different. I just don't know what. But he's jumping up and down and screaming that they run the USA. And I'm like, whoa. That's like, now, where are they getting that information from? And again, when it hits this broadcast, are they just informing me that they're being miseducated? Because, like, where do you go and where's the authority on the USA education articulation system in foreign ministry with what gets put out and who's allowed to carry forward messages? It seems to be a lot of identity theft around here, not gonna lie. I just, again, don't know where to report this to, who to ask for help, and why so much of it has been going on and being carried forward in such a whatever way. It seems just like an operation that's been neglected is what it feels like.
The underdogs in last night's game, but once again they pulled through with a victory, and one of the smallest teams in the NCAA tournament is now making the biggest noise.
So this is a basketball reference for sports book and sports league. It's not roast beef ball. It's the orange color basketball.
Elation erupted inside this Jersey City gymnasium as St. Peter's beat the Murray State Racers 70-60 Saturday night.
So that's a reference to something called St. Peter's, and then whatever.
The Peacocks never trailed from start to finish, and their fans never stopped cheering.
New Jersey runs basketball. Jersey City runs basketball. Kentucky, I don't care. Cal Party, I don't care. Murray State, I don't care. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care.
I I'm looking territorially at these different faces. I don't see Alexander James or Benjamin being represented at all. Cat Scratch number 3, Roman numeral 3, is not represented in this tutorial whatsoever. But this has been an ongoing theme that the New York State area has been alerting or advising, or I mean, like, I keep putting up a white banner on top of the American flag in, like, there's some serious issues going on in New York, and, like, where are the adults on the field?
Hold on. I have New Jersey tatted for a reason. Because we run basketball, we run the U.S.
They run basketball and they run the U.S. That's like nuclear bomb worthy. I'm just saying, like, take out that much confusion. How is this? They're running the U.S. where? Into the ground? Because that's what it looks like. Confused as to this version of Holy War. Right now in New York, during this March Madness, we also have a public health crisis. This is public safety crisis as far as I'm concerned. It's also a public health crisis. But then we have the coronavirus and COVID going on at the same time in New York, where they're usually using biological weaponry in order to shoot everybody up with some bioengineered product that nobody knows how it works, and then it's connected to some other system that's been broken and corrupted. So I'm a little confused how, if this is humanity, where it's going, because it looks like it's being misinformed. And it looks like it's using its voice to misinform the average couch potato in New York. I mean, like, where's the authority on this? Where's the screening on this? Is this just like investigative reporting as to just how misinformed they are? To teach who? And how does one override this in the USA?
SBU is putting New Jersey basketball on the map.
2 days after knocking two-seed Kentucky out of the bracket, the tiny Jesuit school from Jersey City became only the third 15th.
So that's what's conducting Jesuit school? I only met one Jesuit in my entire life, or one that claimed to be a Jesuit, and that was J.J. Galucio. But even that's like he said he was. I'm like, I don't know what that is. I don't. I mean, you go, je suis, but then you put a T at the end of it, and what? So you're an I suit? Because that's how you spell it. En français. It's confusing. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. But again, I mean, if you just look at sheer numbers of players, and here's the bench. Where's the representatives for Alexander, for his generation? Where's the representatives for Benjamin and his generation? Why is everything looking very dark and not anything North American or European? Just curious. And how does one fix this? It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken, and I'm in Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.